Welcome to this new current affair topic. It is taken from the Kurukshetra magazine of August 2020. The topic is rebooting rural economy. How we will reboot the rural economy of our country. Why we are talking about this rural economy only? Why not urban economy? What are the reasons behind? What are the steps taken by the government to reboot our rural economy? Currently, we are facing the challenges with this COVID situation. How we will tackle this? Only this time agriculture sector has shown the growth in the GDP. So how all these will come, we will see all the figures about these relations with the topic in the coming session. Let us move. What do you understand with double farmers income? What is double farmers income? See, the government aim is to boost the farmers income. So government aim, like government will create will implement some policies, like how we can double anything by the government can only do by implementing policies and all, okay, or by giving some loans and all. We will see in the session. So committee was formed for this doubling the farmer income by the Ashok Dalwai. He was the chairman. So committee was also formed for this under Ashok Dalwai as a chairman to suggest the doubling the farmers income, how we can double the farmers income. What the policies we should take regarding it. These all things discussed in by the committee. So steps taken by the government for doubling the farmers income as suggested by the Dalwai Ashok Dalwai committee. Okay. So what are the steps? So first, increasing the crop productivity. See, India is a country which is blessed by the environment, climate, everything is there. Diversity is present, so much diverse that each sector, each corner of our country have different varieties of food they are habituated. Like in the south they will like rice, in the north they will like chapati, in the northwest they will like bajra, in the south, in the east also many people will like rice and all. And these all are things as per the staple crop, as per the environment present there, as per the climate present there. The place which receive high rainfall, they will love to eat rice and all. So increasing the crop productivity, India is blessed country in this sense. We have a huge area which is fertile in nature. Like if you see US, like if you see like if this is your US part, then this is your South America, then there will be your Africa, then this is Europe and Asia part. So and here will Canada and all, then you will see USA, and USA is here. So if you see US part, US western part, US is desert kind of California desert. So in this part, in this area you will find California desert. And why is it California desert? I will explain in geography lecture. Like the wind blows from land to sea, so because the air is dry, that's why we won't see rainfall here, and thus we will get desert kind of things here. Similarly in India, if you see in the Rajasthan part, these area here the air is from land to sea, that's why we will see desert present here. And actually there was no desert, there was sea present here. And if you see in Harappa and all civilization, it was fertile region, lots of forest, and also these are the separate topic I have discussed on my channel. Go through the channel, you will find it. This was out of the topic. So all the western part of US is desert kind of California desert. So China also you will see desert. Australia also have a desert, or Australia for mountain is present in the eastern side. So beside the leeward side you will get rainfall, and windward side you will get rainfall, and in leeward side you will get less rainfall and all. Okay. So these things, Australia also have a desert, Russia covered with snow. India in this sense, it has much of area under the cultivation. Issue is that having huge area producing very fertile, our yield is very low because of we have huge area, we have blessed with the climate, but our yield is very low, our productivity is very low. Okay. So this is one issue. So regarding this, government is taking like increase the crop productivity. Okay, another thing, livestock productivity. So we produce the largest milk production. Livestock means milk related items and all. So if we compare our livestock compared with another country is more. Buffaloes present in India are more, but our buffaloes are giving less milk compared with the foreign animals. So we have to improve it by introducing the better varieties of crop and animals. We have to crossbreed our animals, or we have to get revolution in our that livestock productivity also. So increased, so thus our productivity will increase per unit area, like if we some introduce good breed and food varieties with the cattle. Then cropping intensity. So plant more multiple crops in a season, such as planting three crops that will mutually grow together will ensure the fertility of the soil. Like if you have grown a crop huge in the huge quantity, then what will happen, the chemical that it sucks, like suppose it takes urea, so what will happen, ultimately urea will replenish from your urea will end from your will remove from your land completely, or if it absorb phosphorus, then phosphorus will not present in the land after 1 year or 2 years. That's why the government is saying, or the scientifically it is saying, that there should be multiple cropping in the season. Like if just crop one A, after that crop B, so what will happen, B may absorb different kind of chemicals from the soil, and it may secrete different chemicals into the soil. Like suppose A sucks phosphorus and get urea and all into the soil, then what will happen, B may sucks urea and give phosphorus. So these kind of things, scientifically crop intensity should be that crop like plant more multiple types of crop varieties, so that fertility of the soil will be maintained. Intercropping is promoted. Now efficiency should also be improved, like decrease the input cost, such as by using soil health card. Plant high value crops such as mushrooms, garlic, baby corns, etc. in this government will help me. See what you're saying, like if you have a soil health card, like suppose if you have tested your soil, then you know what percentage of urea is present in your soil, what percentage of phosphorus is present into your soil, what percentage of X chemical is present into the soil. And let us suppose if you haven't tested your soil, and your soil already have urea in high quantity or phosphorus in high quantity, and then again you are giving phosphorus as a fertilizer in the soil, then what is the use of it? Ultimately your crop will destroy. That's why we are saying that efficiency should be improved by testing soil health card all. So if you after testing you came to know that phosphorus is less into your soil, then what will happen, you will give that fertilizer which have a more phosphorus in quantity, which will add phosphorus into the soil. So what will happen after this, efficiency will be improved for your soil. Non-farming occupations such as fishing, dairy, food processing, poultry farmers should be encouraged. Okay, so these are the steps taken by the government for doubling the farmers, and these are not very easy steps, these are very crucial steps that we have to take, and these have a very high potential to make our country grow. Just think deeply how much helpful these steps are. So these are the steps that was suggested by that committee, that were recommended to the government, that was needed to do. And the steps actually taken by the government are, government already came up with the Contract Farming Act and Essentially Commodity Act. What is Contract Farming Act? Contract Farming Act, like before producing the goods, the farmer will come under one contract. What contract? That business will be there, that when you produce that food item all will be purchased by a company X at Y price. That is something called contract farming. And Essentially Commodity Act, like government will place that items in Essential Commodity Act, like sometimes government place onion in Essential Commodity if the price of the onion is getting increased. So these are the steps taken by the government. ENAM, National Agricultural Market. What is understand, like electronical national agriculture market. See, earlier, for selling a product A from agriculture land, you have to go to mandis. You can't sell directly into the mandis. You have to go to the mediator and all. Then after mediator will sell into the retail market, and in that there was lots of black marketing. Hoarding was there. So that's why government introduced ENAM. Like, if you are not satisfied with this old system, go to this platform, sell your product, and it will directly come into the market. Like, see, what do you think? Right now this act says that wherever you want to sell your produce, as can't directly sell in the market, sell it into the mandi or mediator that will sell into the retail market. That was previous one. So but due to ENAM, farmers can directly go to NAM portal, that is National Agriculture Market Portal, that is website application, and you can, that can be purchased by anyone throughout the country. Like, if you have to give your product there, upload your photo of your product, upload the what is the quantity and what is the quality of your product, and after that anyone from the country will purchase it, because it is placed on the online platform where anyone can see your product. Okay, that is the most important step taken by the government. Then soil health card, I already explained that because of the soil health card you can check the fertilizer, kind of fertilizer present in the soil, and as per that and so you can check the type of chemical present into the soil, and as per that chemical presence in your soil you can use the fertilizer which is required. So soil health card, like fertilizer efficiency will be improved. Scientists will check the soil and tell what chemicals this soil is needed. So PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana utilize all other water which is available and going, such as drop by drop irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. These are very important steps under the PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Use water in an efficient manner. Just don't use water, just don't get a water logging kind of situation. What will happen if you use water logging kind of situation? Most of the water in this type of cropping get evaporated. So what happened? You are wasting groundwater, clean water. It is getting evaporated. So use some sustainable kind of method. Okay, recently rice and all, like these need water logging kind of situation. Now we are coming with less water breed in the market. Then PM Fasal Bima Yojana, this insurance came into that. This Bima just means insurance. So this insurance came into the problem right now, but as till now premium was shared between the state and the center. This is center. 50% each, like 50% premium will be filled by state and 50% premium will be sent by center. What different premium? That if a farmer has taken rupees 1000 loan, and the premium, that all the interest is coming at rupees 1500, then 1000 will be paid by the farmer, and 1250 that is the 12,050 and 12,050, that will be 50% of that. That will be 2250, and 2250 will be paid by the center and state. That comes under PM Fasal Bima Yojana. But due to this COVID situation, some issues has occurred. Now the center is telling that 25% of irrigated areas they will give, that they will give only 25% to irrigated areas and 30% for unirrigated areas, and rest of the money will be should be given by the state because of that COVID situation. So if then also a state want to go with it, and if the state is accepting it, then they can go it with this. Otherwise then MSP will increase, like minimum support price will increase to. Otherwise you will have minimum support price. What is minimum selling price and all? It means, like, if you want to sell your product as rupees 30 per kg, but you are not getting that price in the market, you are getting price rupees 5 rupees per kg, then what will happen? That you are not getting profit. So the MSP is given by something by the government, like government can sell, like if you are not getting that produce, then I will buy that product in rupees 25 per kg. Then you can go to Food Corporation of India and you can sell that product. Okay, that will come under the MSPs and all. Then PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. What is PM Kisan Samman Nidhi? In this, rupees 6,000 will be given to every farmers, and it will be given in two installments. Three installments, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 each. Okay. And due to COVID, 25 lakh Kisan credit cards came, so more loans will be given. Rupees 56,600 crores have been approved for this credit card scheme. And rural infrastructure development is required. For that, government is spending rupees 42,000 crores. See how much, there is not much difference. 56,600 crores, that is 42,000 crores for development only, that infrastructure development only. Okay. Infrastructure development is like a storage kind of things. Government will create a storage facility, that government will come, farmers can come and store their foods and all, and then they can sell their product at later time when the price, when they will get the price of that produced good in the market, then they can retrieve that food from that storage and sell in the market. Then Maganrega price increased to rupees 202 from rupees 182. Then a 5 kg for free food for per person, and 1 kg chana per family. See, just remember the difference. 5 kg of free food per person and 1 kg chana per family is given. It is per family, it is per person. Under which yojana? Under PM Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. Okay, under PM Garib Kalyan Yojana. So I hope you understand all these things. Okay, now conclusions. So what will conclude by these all topics? So India does not advocate a self-centered system by becoming a self-reliant, but in India self-reliance there is a concern for the whole world happiness, cooperation and peace. So these all things are there, like you have to maintain peace and self-reliant. India should be self-reliant, and just when government has given too much in a sense, like India will be self-dependence. Government has banned many imports in the defense also. They have said like these defense item will be manufactured in India only, we will not import it. Today rural India is the growth engine, not just for fast moving consumers goods, but also durables, two-wheelers, from equipment construction and many other sectors. And we need to uplift without the rural economy, as without it the rest of India will not pick up a momentum. Like rural areas are the source of development for the country, for our country. So therefore revisiting the rural segment with strategic financing plans is inevitable. So I hope you understand all those things that I have explained. Please subscribe the channel. This will further motivate me to make such videos. And if you have any suggestions, feedback, or you want any on-demand video lecture, please feel free to ping me on my Twitter handle given in the description. I will be happy to assist you. Thank you.